Is it double deal week for Manchester United as the agent of two marquee targets for the Red Devils is getting fed up and stepping up the moves for both Matthijs De Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui? Meanwhile, her ambitions have been served a dubious boost as a crucial centre-back for Bayern Munich suffered a nasty injury, meaning they will be desperate to bring in their new guy. Welcome to the Network Sport. My name is Webb. Like, share, subscribe, and of course, do comment down in the comment section. Give us your 2 cents about all the stories we talk about. I thank you guys for liking our videos because we see the growth of the channel. But also, I thank those who do take the time to subscribe and turn on the notification bell because, like I've been telling you, this week is bound to be a busy week for Manchester United. But for the start, let me keep it to what's happening in the coming days. Now, the agent of Matthijs De Ligt and Mazraoui, that's the lady you're looking at there. That is Rafaela Pimenta rather, has stepped up her ambition to try and see deals done as her agents, especially Matthijs De Ligt, are running out of patience. I mean, it is not good for their psychology, their mental health, being there, waiting on a club with which you agreed terms, but nothing is happening. So the back and forth is getting the players unnerved, and this is not good for them, certainly, because football is a highly mental game. So what's happening is that she's pushing to try to get Man United and get this player and Bayern Munich to sort their things, their business together, so that the players are not affected, so that the players move, because they are certainly are running out of patience. So what is happening is that Bayern now are also trying to quicken everything. So they will be looking now to get a deal done with Manchester United, whereas the valuation was the issue. Bayern wanted 42.5 million pounds or thereabout for Matthijs De Ligt. Man United were only willing to pay them about 30 to 35 million euros, which is way below that the 50 million euros they wanted. They are saying, guys, if you're not going to make the deal happen, say it, but do something, because we cannot drag on and on and on. The players are being affected, especially for the lead, because the Mazraoui interest is a bit relatively new and a bit straightforward. If Man United sells Jadon Sancho, they will get that money and pay for Mazraoui. So that one is a bit easy. So the talks for Mazraoui have again resurrected her interest in seeing the De Ligt deal done as well. So she's telling Bayern, come on, sort yourselves with Man United. The player wants to join them. Find a way of getting it done. Find a way of structuring a deal to get it done. Now, the beauty is that even Bayern Munich now, after their president came out and confirmed the bad injury that the 25-year-old Japanese sadly suffered, Hiriko Ito, he suffered a metatarsal fracture that will see him out for a long time, probably for the entire season. He won't be playing. So it's a bad thing for a player to join from VfB Stuttgart. He was brought in as a crucial player because they signed him they met his buyout clause of 30 million euros from Stuttgart. For a player to be signed by Bayern for 30 million euros from Stuttgart, that's almost the fee Man United wants to pay for the lead, for Matthijs De Ligt. Shows you he's an important player, but he suffers this nasty injury in his first friendly, and meaning he's out for a long time. So Bayern now are going to be training without any of what you think would be their without most of what would be their preferred centre backs, because we know that they've got in the centre back position they have got Upamecano, who is probably untouchable. They've got Kim Min-jae, who is also untouchable. They've got Matthijs De Ligt and Eric Dier. Now, 2 or 1 of those should leave. Most probably now, we know that Matthijs De Ligt is bound to join Manchester United. Eric Dier too might be on his way out. So they should be bringing in now their Jonathan Tah, who they have kept waiting also for a long time. Even Tah is running out of patience. The guy is 28. He was a Bayer Leverkusen player. His contract runs out in the summer of 2025. Bayer Leverkusen wanted to keep him, but he agreed with Bayern Munich, saying, I'm coming, I'm joining you. He agreed with their terms. So Bayern are now waiting to get money from the sale of some players to finance the arrival of Jonathan Tah. So they are saying now, if Eastern Company, because you cannot build a team without a proper centre backs, and Eastern Company being new in the team, the way he plays, the way he loves to play his football, he needs ball playing centre backs. He needs his centre backs in place in time so that he can structure his playing style early. So that's why it's now becoming a matter of priority, big matter of priority for Bayern Munich to bring in Jonathan Tah, partner him with Kim Min-jae probably, then start off, of course, with their preseason with a proper idea of the team they are going to be playing with through the season. So it's a of course, I cannot say I want to call it a blessing in disguise because it's a bad thing, really. It's just a bad thing that a footballer broke his leg. It's bad for a young, the boy to break his leg. You don't wish it for anyone. But behind that bad thing, now Bayern Munich will be pushed to expedite the deal we are trying to strike with Man United for De Ligt and, of course, Mazraoui, and then be able to get the money early and go pay the cash for them to sign. Their man Jonathan Tah. So there is progress happening. So that's why I'm saying this week could be double deal week because for Mazraoui, like I said, it's a direct one. For as long as Wan-Bissaka leaves, Man United gets the cash. United will pay the cash to Bayern Munich for Mazraoui. So it's bound to be quite a number of things happen now. This same week, we're expecting probably before the close of business today, there should be a major update concerning the young Joao Neves and Paris Saint-Germain, because already the last week where we left was that Renato Sanchez, who was added to the deal for PSG to sign Joao Neves as a make weight, agreed with Benfica to join them. They agreed on terms. So meaning the only step left now is for them to exchange documents and agree on dates for a medical, and everything else will be done. So probably by Wednesday, latest Thursday, I expect the deal for Joao Neves going to PSG to be done and dusted. And when that happens, Manuel Ugarte will be activated. But also the talks for Paris Saint-Germain, personal talks between Paris Saint-Germain and Jadon Sancho are again being stepped up. They are being stepped up because it is clear now that Paris Saint-Germain have agreed that they want to sign Kvaratskhelia, that is from Napoli. Antonio Conte is saying he's untouchable. In fact, what they're trying to do, Napoli are trying to find ways of perhaps keeping Osimhen as well. So Paris Saint-Germain and Napoli talks have not gone well. So even for Osimhen, because they wanted to bring him as the striker. So what is likely to happen is that Paris Saint-Germain will pull out of all the talks that they have had ongoing with Napoli, so that they focus on sealing deals for players who are willing to move, for clubs that are willing to deal with them. Clubs lately do not have a lot of time. They have realized they want to seal deals early. Managers want to seal deals early because when you bring in players late and hand them to a manager, yet the people are going to have big expectations. It is unfair on the managers because you're then going to end up sacking them when things don't happen early in the season, yet they did not have ample time to work with the players. So what elite coaches have done lately is they are demanding their employers to bring them the players they want early, so that there is no excuse. You have enough time for you to build a team, to instill your methods in the team, so that by the time the season starts, it's already you're off to a good start. So that's exactly what's happening with all these clubs. Of course, PSG and their coach Luis Enrique, he wants to get his players in early. Same thing with Man United and Erik ten Hag, he wants his players in early. Same thing with Vincent Kompany and Bayern, wants his players in early, which should be happening, I think, this week. Because if you look at the timelines in the transfer, I think this should be a crucial week for all clubs that want to sign players. This should be a crucial week. If deals go beyond this week, then there will certainly be a fraction of a second late. And one fraction of a second in football is like a whole hour. It's bad. It's a long time. So that's exactly what's happening. So it's a deal week indeed. And for Manchester United, expect probably two updates concerning crucial players. Drop down a comment. Let me know what you think, whether you're happy and excited about this progress going on around Manchester United in terms of the players we are trying to bring in. So that's where we are. Bayern, I honestly think Bayern will go down from 50 million euros, perhaps for about 40, and Man United perhaps could pay the 40 for Matthijs De Ligt and maybe some add-ons. I think they will. They are left with no choice. I think there is only one way to go now for Bayern Munich to go down in their valuation, because even the player is pushing from within, but also nature now is forcing them to make a decision. They cannot be silent forever. For Branthwaite, someone was asking me who is better between De Ligt and Branthwaite. I think I answered this question. I want to believe so. But for me, De Ligt is better. He's proven. Branthwaite needs another year at a club like Everton. But of course, he was promised £160,000 per week from earning £35,000 per week. definitely he will be crazy. He said he won't put pen to paper on a new contract with Everton unless they are matching the £160,000 that Man United promised him wrongly, because I think why on earth would you promise such a player from £35,000 per week growth to £160,000 per week? Is insane. I mean, he hasn't earned that right to that amount of money, really. I don't think so. So I feel lucky. It's either Everton cut down on their £70 million expectations, or Branthwaite to United doesn't happen. I think De Ligt is ahead of Branthwaite. He's more proven, played at the biggest level for several clubs, from Ajax, Champions League player, captain. He's a leader. Played at Juventus, played at Bayern. He's only 24, just 2 years older than Branthwaite. He can play as a centre back and as a midfielder. He brings a lot to Man United, and he's cheaper. Branthwaite on the other side is he's not tried and tested really at a big club like Man United. He's another probably English overrated player, in a way. But again, United needs to have a certain number of English players in their first team, so that's of course as well could be a point. But regardless, for me, ask me who of the two is better for Man United. Branthwaite would be coming in as a future replacement for Lisandro Martinez, so meaning he will warm the bench more times than not. He cannot play on the right side of central defense because he's too left-footed. I just see him as a backup for Lisandro Martinez, and that's not really the most important thing right now for Manchester United. So, in my view, De Ligt would be a better option. My name is Webb. Like, share, subscribe. Peace, love, and harmony. I'll catch you later, fam.